Hello, I am Julia Shepherd and I'm going to show you how to make a rhubarb pie. First thing you need to know is how to get rhubarb. This is rhubarb, so you have to grow it. If you don't have any, good luck. It's really hard to get established, but once you have some, you do it. Now you're supposed to twist the stalks off. See this? This is all, I'm just picking some big fat stalks. Probably going to need like 4 or 5. And what's nice about rhubarb is it can be broken up into other parts. So I used to have 2, now look, I have 4, because I'm spreading it out, making more. So I'll give it 1 more maybe. Okay, and I'm twisting at the base. And you get this. Now what I don't want is these leaves, because they're poisonous. So you take these leaves, you cut them off, and then your children can turn them into hats or fairy gardens. Okay. Here's this. All right, that should be good. This is about a good amount for a pie. Okay, now I'm gonna walk in and we'll start cutting these up. Okay, here's rhubarb. We're gonna start cutting it. Would you like to cut, Harvey? Yeah. Okay, go wash your hands. So you can see I'm cutting off the kind of nasty part that's in the ground. And I'm just slicing them to small little pieces like that. So Harvey, you go ahead and work on that rhubarb. While he's working on that, I'm going to come over here and prepare the crust. Now, there are many ways to do crust. Here's the best way. Shh, quietly. Deep dish pie crust. This is the cheapest frozen pie crust. Do not get Pillsbury. It is not as good. Now, the trick to pie crust is you have to grease the pan. So let's grease. Shh, quietly. Shh. Hey, get this. You're hitting the board and not actually the vegetable. Rhubarb is a vegetable. It's related to celery, but it's really good. Please excuse my bird clock. It tells me it's time to hurry. Okay, so I've greased this whole pan. Take my frozen pie crust. I did let it thaw. I might have let it thaw too much. And I just take it out of this pan like this. I peel it out, and it's okay if it breaks. It's like a puzzle. This is what your kids can do if they're about 4 to 6. This is a perfect job for them because they like puzzles. I don't like puzzles. They're annoying. If I wanted to break something apart into lots of little pieces, I wouldn't want to put it back together, that's for sure. Okay. Puzzle. Oh, see, I'm already wrong. Why don't you zoom in on the puzzle? Someone will probably like to see this. There we go. Can you see the puzzle here? We all saw that it was a full pie. It better end up like a full pie. So now I'm just gonna smush it. All right, I'm just gonna seal those cracks. Good enough. And then I need an egg. This is an important step. Because you need the protein from the egg to act as a barrier on the crust so your goopy stuff doesn't go in. So you're just gonna smear this all over and you could just leave it like that. There we go. Okay? All right, got that rhubarb chopped? Great. Thank you, assistant. I'm gonna pour these in here and I need 3 cups of rhubarb. Quick, start on the strawberries. I do about 3 cups of rhubarb and 1 cup of strawberries. These in there. Okay, so start there, but while he's cutting the strawberries, I'm gonna get the other ingredients in. So we need 1 1/4 cups of sugar. So I have a 1/4 measuring cup because I don't like having to use more than 1. So we know that 1 1/4 is the same as 5 quarters. Because guess what? We know our fractions. And we need 1/4 cup of flour. Actually, it says 4 tablespoons of flour, but we all know that that's 1/4 cup. And 1/8 teaspoon of salt. 1/8 is about, that's too much, but I like it, a little extra salt. And then the strawberries. I need these smaller. Quick. All right, we'll take this. Oops, putting them back in. Start putting some strawberries in here. I need a couple more strawberries. Okay, good. Oh, we have to start the oven. 425, don't forget. Okay. So the oven needs to be hot oven for a pie because something about the hot oven, it always, when you make a pie, you cook it for 15 minutes at 425, then you lower the temperature to 350 and cook for about 30 to 40 minutes. That's always how it is. I don't know why, but well, I think it has something to do with the crust. Sometimes you want to blind cook your crust, which means you don't want to burn it, but this should be no problem. All right, so I'm gonna start filling in this. And look, I didn't even mix it. I don't care. This is fine. You're supposed to let this sit for 30 minutes, but we don't have time because we're in like a super 3-minute cooking show. Let's get a couple more strawberries in there, mix it in. Okay. Couple more strawberries. Smash some strawberry juice in there to get some of the, I'm just making that part up. I've never done that. We'll see if it tastes good. Harvey, you're cutting strawberries wrong. So let's do a little lesson on cutting strawberries so you don't waste all this good strawberry part. Okay? You cut the tip off as short as you can. 1, 2, 3. Do you need to see that again?
No.
No? Well, they do, right? Cut the tip. 1 and then rotate 1 and you got it in 4. Okay? I think that should do pretty good. All right. Keep stirring. Stirring. Now this will probably heat up and stir even more when it's in the pan. Okay? All right. Don't forget this part. The butter. You've got to add 2 tablespoons of butter. Oops. There.
Just smashing your pie.
Okay, so you take the 2 tablespoons of butter and then you chop them up into little pieces and you put it on top. Now, I don't know why this is important, but it is because if you don't do this, it doesn't taste as good. That's what makes it important, but I don't know why. There's probably some yummy thing about butter that I like. Okay, then we do this. Now, just for kicks, I'm gonna coat the inner top. See this other pie pan? I'm coating this one, okay? That's also gonna seal with the protein barrier. Now I just smash it. And I bend this a little bit because then it peels off a little better. Are you eating my strawberries? Huh. Eat the parts that you cut off, like that you wasted, like this. Don't eat the whole ones. I can still serve those to people. All right, so I'm peeling off this pie. I let this thaw a little bit too much, so it's sticking too much. I like it when it's a little more frozen to peel off. All right, did I see that? Now this might look ugly to you, but it's not. When it bakes, it's gonna fall and get a brown, crusty thing. Okay, I'm gonna.
Crusty?
It's gonna be crusty. All right. Okay, now here's the trick. Here's to make a beautiful pie. You get your cream, okay, and you pour a little cream on it. Then you smear that around.
Did you wash your hands?
I'll wash them many, many times. And then you get your sugar for your coffee and you sprinkle the sugar. That is gonna make your pie look so good. No one's gonna know how many times you touched it on the way into the oven. Okay, I'm putting this in the oven for 425. Don't forget the timer or you'll burn it. Oh, quick. Wait, cancel. Put the timer for 15 minutes. Start. Okay, now you can clean up. You don't want to watch me clean up. So let's pause the video. Oh, I forgot one more thing. This is like super important. When you make a pie, you have to put a pan under the pie to catch all the dripping, or it will totally drip burning stuff all over the floor and your husband will get really mad. I'm safe. Sorry, I snapped. Let's see how our pie looks. If we can find a hot pad. Okay. Is the lights on? Oh, it just smells magnificent. And it looks magnificent. See that? Welcome to your first rhubarb pie.